What's good, guys? Today, as per usual, we're going to be making a beat here in Ableton Live. Not really too sure of the vibes a lot of the times when I start these videos. Today I'm thinking maybe some kind of UK rap vibes. Right, so for this one I'm going to set my tempo here to 92. I'm just going to start out by pulling up Xenology. I haven't used this in a little while, but the sounds in here honestly are fire. Go ahead and set a scale as well. So let's go for F minor today. Now I've just come into the pluck section here, and for this one I'm feeling some kind of Asian vibes, so maybe like a koto. I think we can start there. Actually, let's try this one as well. Go for this one here. It's got a little bit more kind of character to the sound. We're just going to start out by building out a minor chord. Hit one in the scale and go up one. Hit one in the scale and go up one again. I'm just going to kind of move these around a little bit. Maybe go for something like that. And even shorten these as well. Drop it down again. Actually, I think we could just kind of repeat this. Do one more time and then we'll do some variation here. I think I still want this root note in here just to kind of keep it consistent. Let's swap these two round. I'm feeling that, so let's go ahead and randomize the velocity on these. Go for around about 35-ish. Copy it over. And then let's just do a little bit more variation here at the end of the 4 bars. Let's come up to this D sharp, probably D flat. Pull this one back as well. We'll bring this in. Maybe let's do something like that. Drop that down. And as far as the actual progression here, maybe we could drop this down to this D flat as well. Let's copy this over. Then we'll go ahead and add some variation here at the end of the 8th bar. Maybe pull this in. And here we'll pull in an extra note as well. But maybe we could double that note over. There we go, I like that. Add some reverb to this as well. Pull the decay down, pull the mix down. And pre-delay on it. Wonder how this sounds an octave up, so let's pitch it up an octave. There we go, I think that's a bit better. We can then fill this space here with like a pad or a piano or something. So let's just drop the volume on this as well. This will just give us room for other instruments. Just copy this down onto a second MIDI track. On this one here, maybe we pull this in. Maybe we get rid of that. You just copy these across. And again, pull that one out. Then on this one here at the end, we'll just pull that in. Maybe we'll do something like that. Get rid of these here. Then on this one, we'll kind of do the same. We'll just copy this all the way across here. And on this layer here, I'm just going to go for a synth pad. Go for these synth pad / strings. Actually, some of these bell pads might be really nice. Quite like this one. Make sure we bring the volume on this down. Make sure we take out any low end as well. Then on this pad here, I just want to give it a bit of rhythm. Let's go ahead and load up Shaperbox. I'm just going to go to the volume shaping. I'm going to put it onto this shape here. Let's set this to go for 1/4. Actually, let's make that 1/8. And of course, as the koto is quite high, let's drop this down an octave as well. Then I think with the pattern here, don't want it quite as repetitive. I still kind of want the same notes, but I just kind of want to stretch it out. Let's get rid of every second one here. Pull this in like this. And let's just pull these across. Copy that over. And of course, on this one, as we have this note as well, we'll just pull this in like this. So I'm feeling that. Pull this across. Then of course on this one, we want to drop it down at this point. Let's copy this over. Just wash that out with a little bit of reverb as well, but we'll drop this before the Shaperbox. But the Shaperbox is still kind of cutting out the reverb as well. Add some piano notes as well, so I'm just going to come into the grandeur in Contact. But let's take these same notes down, just so we kind of roughly know where we are. Invert all of these down an octave. Let's kind of stagger these. Do the same here all the way across. Then on this one here, let's just pull this in as well. Got the volume on this. I think we should just have an extra note here as well. Add a little bit of delay to this too. Make sure we take out the low end here. Now I think that original koto just needs to come down a little bit now as well. There we go. I think that feels a lot better like that. All right, so let's add a little counter melody. So I've come back into Zenology Pro. I'm just going to go ahead and find some bells. Preset I've selected here is this 0087 music bells. We're just going to do a really simple kind of high pitched counter melody here. Take these same two notes and bring them across here as well. Okay, let's randomize these. I'm also just going to hit humanize on this layer as well. Take out the low end again. Give a little boost on the high end here as well. And just out of curiosity, I just want to add a layer of portal to this just to see how it sounds. Maybe turn these into kind of like an accent. Yeah, that sounds sick. Kind of gives it a nice kind of grimy feeling almost. Not grimy as in the genre, but grimy just as in the actual meaning of the word. Drop this a little bit further. We're just going to shelve off some of this high end actually. Let's pull that back down. Let's just take some of this high end out. A little bit hard to reach this with this mic in the way. There we go, I'm feeling that. Okay, let's do some panning here. Let's keep the koto central. Pan this out to the right. Take the piano slightly right as well. We'll pan this a little bit further and we'll take this one left. I'm going to add in that stereotypical low piano. Instead of going for noir today, I'm just going to go for a sound off my montage here. I've got this set up so I can still click the notes in if I need to. Let's just go here like this. Got the volume there. Take that an octave down as well. Maybe pull this one in. Like that. We could also try it going up an octave as well. Adds a bit more kind of melodic vibe to it. So I feel like for the most part here, we really have the basis of the melody. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started on the drums. Feeling this snare here. Pair it up with this one as well. On the second snare that we pulled in, we're just going to do this really simple pattern like this. And then on the first snare, we're going to pull that in. We're also just going to have some notes in the middle as well. Do there and there. We'll take that all the way across. And we'll make sure we come in here and drop some volumes on these snares. Like this one here. Pull this sustain down though, as I want it to be really short and snappy. Put it onto eighths. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these down like this. Throw them all the way across. And just to add some bounce, we can pull some notes out. Let's maybe pull this one out here. So let's just slightly randomize these. Go for about maybe 14. We'll just copy this all the way across. Then we'll go ahead and add a few rolls in. So I'm just going to come into 16th triplets. Do one here. Another there. Then on this one here, just add some variation, put it into a different place. In fact, let's do 6 all the way across. On these, we're just going to use this ramp function here. Pull some of these down. Add an actual 16th in there. And then we'll do some 32 triplets just here at the end. Only really want 4 of them. Copy that over. And then here at the end, we'll just kind of make sure this goes all the way along. Add some random panning on these as well. Go for this kick here. Then with the kicks here, it's just about finding a bounce that I like. Maybe something like this. Put that over. Then here, maybe we could do something like this. And these kicks here as well, let's just pull some velocity down just on this one and this one. That sounds hard. It's got the right kind of bounce to it that I'm looking for. Then here, just for some variation at the end, add an extra kick in as well. So today, instead of using a Spins 808, I'm going to go for this 808 Holy Water. This is out of one of Durkey's kits. Shout out to Durkey. Just going to set this onto one shot. But all we're going to do here today is basically follow the pattern of the kicks. So if you can't remember where the timings are, you can click on the MIDI on the drum kit. You hold Control and click on this clip as well. Show you both at once. If I just hold H here, it'll show them all here. If we're on the pink layer, it'll put pink down. If we're on the green layer, we can add into the drum kit. So all I'm going to do is follow these notes here. I'm going to copy these here. We'll come onto this pink layer, place them down, and then we'll just drag them up to where I want them. Then we can just place them here on the root note higher up. Now we've basically got the exact same pattern. And now we can just kind of play around with the different pitches, try changing things up, moving things around. Maybe take this one up an octave. Take that one up. And let's maybe do something with these. Copy these over. I think here it's just a little bit too much, so let's take one of them out. And maybe here, just for some variation, we could actually add this one back in. And just to give it a little bit more bounce, we could add an extra hit in here as well. There we go, I'm liking that. Got the volume here. And then I'm just going to change the filter here, just so I can add a tiny bit of drive, just for a bit of like saturation on this. There we go, I'm feeling that. Next, let's add a bit more percussion. So I'm just going to start out here with an open hat. Just going to go for this one here called Tombstone. This is also out of one of Durkey's kits. And then with open hats, usually I either follow the pattern of the kicks, so maybe something like this. Never really go wrong with doing that, but sometimes I like to go offbeat with them like this instead. Maybe we could do like an extra one here as well. Feeling that for this beat. Even here on the fourth bar, maybe we could do an extra one there as well. Maybe even here. I like that. Just bring the velocity on these slightly further down. Unsnap that as well. And then for a bit more percussion, I'm going to come into some of my decap kits that I got from Splice. These are the drums that knock. Also shout out to decap. In this little metal perk here, find a little pocket with some space. Pull that back. Don't want it too often. Bring the volume on it down. Let's also add just a little bit of replica to this as well. Pull this mix up slightly. I'm just going to set this to normal. Pan this out to the right. Go for this perk here as well. Make sure we pull the velocity on that down. Drop the volume as well. Go for a shaker as well. In fact, I feel like a shaker could be better here. There we go, I think that's better. Drop the volume on the shaker as well. And I think I also want a triangle here, so I'll just hit Control F. I'm just going to type triangle and we'll find one here. So after just a little bit of searching around, I found this Scott Storch triangle. Pretty sure this is from his Splice kit. Put that maybe towards the end of the two bars like here. kind of subtle. Pan that out to the left. Also find like a laser sound or a zap. Thinking this one here. There we go, I like that. I've just come into Heat Up 3 here to find some strings. I'm thinking maybe something like there's a solo violin down here somewhere. Find a really nice kind of line just for the chorus section. We'll start out on the root note. Maybe we'll just come up here. A little bit of variation here as well. Maybe even bring that back to the same note. Pull this over here like this. And we'll just leave a little gap there at the end just for when this note kicks back in. Just have that repeat. Pull the volume down a bit further. There we go, I like that. Add some reverb to this too. Pull this decay down. Usually most of my decays on my reverbs are somewhere around between 1.6 and maybe 3 seconds. For this one I'm just going to go for about 2.4. To mix a bit. Actually, I'm feeling this with a bit more on it, so let's go for maybe about 70. Take out that low end. Also dampen off some of these highs as well. Kind of somewhere kind of in the mid band like that. I think we could even drop the volume on this further as well. I just kind of want it in the background. Do a section here without an 808 as well. I'm actually just going to come back into Heat Up 3 again just to find out like a respace. I'm just going to go for this bass pad low preset. And on this section here, we don't need this violin either. Just kind of make our own little progression here. Maybe take these down. On this one here, as we're coming into this D, swap these round. Sorry, D flat. But maybe we could take this one up. And on this one here, let's just bring it down to this because we're going to come back to this F. Maybe we could even switch up the drums on this section. Let's come into the drum rack here, change the color of it. Let's just take out the kicks here. We'll just add some extra snares in. Do an extra hit there as well. Probably get rid of these and we'll just copy these over. I think here is we've got quite a large gap. Add one in here as well, but pull it down. Act as like a nice kind of like bridge before the chorus. And with this respace here, I think I want to just get a bit more kind of bass in there. I'm going to go ahead and add some basement in. Just turn the strength up. Try a few of the different modes as well. Feeling that. Just got a little bit more weight to it now. Got the volume on it as well. For the most part here, I think I've got everything I need here to structure this out. However, I just want to add a few little bits of ear candy here and there. Let's just pull this section out and across. I know this is going to be like the chorus section here. Probably only want this violin in half of it maybe. And after this, we'll probably break it down a bit. I'm just going to bring these two across, bring this low piano across as well. Actually, before I do that, I just want to render this down into audio. I'm just going to right click and hit bounce track in place, and that'll record it off the montage. Okay, so now that we've got this down in audio form, it frees up the montage for another sound. There's something I really like in the montage at the moment in general is just the piano sounds in it. I'm just going to go ahead and browse and find one that I really like. I've got this patch here. It's called CFX Moody. Kind of like a reverby kind of upright piano. We're just going to go ahead and put a top line down with this. Let's just go for the root note here. We'll come down to these tension notes. And then we'll use these tension notes here as well. Maybe something like this. Come back to here. Pull this one back down. Just take these and we'll just randomize them as well. Let's go for about 24, 25. And we'll just hit humanize on these as well. Got the volume slightly. Make sure there's no low end rumble. Add a little bit of reverb as well. Sounds so hard on the break as well. This would even work really well as like an intro section, especially if we like drop some bits out. That'd work perfect. Wonder how it would sound over on this section as well. I think instead of using this first bit here, we'd use this second half. Would then probably kick back into this section over here. Tough. There's just two things I want to add to this. First is going to be the Ember Crash. This is at the Keep It 500 kit. As always, it's a completely free kit and the link's in the description below. Just going to go ahead and drop the volume on this quite low. A little bit further. A little bit further. Think about there. The second thing I was going to add was that stereotypical tubular bell. I actually think I might leave that out on this beat. Let's go for a bit of brass instead. Let's maybe go for one of these hits. I know there's some here that have got some kind of lower kind of brass sounds to them. After browsing for a minute, I'm just going to go for this Super Soaker one. We'll just use this on the root note here. This will just kind of add some impact in. So in the same way that I'd normally add that kind of tubular bell, we'll just kind of add this here. Make sure we bring the volume on this down. There we go, I'm feeling that. I think we had the drums coming across here as well. Bring this across. This is how it kind of drop into the verse. Bring the hi-hats across, we'll pull them out here. Then this section here, we could bring something extra back in. Obviously we've got the piano here still. Maybe we could bring the 808 back. Even bring this across. And obviously we would need this section in here. Might be a little bit too long to not have a kick in, so maybe we only use half of this. And on this section here, we pull this in. Obviously, I need to structure out the percussion as well. Add a little riser in here as well. Got one here that I use all the time from Eri the Producer's 404 kit. It's called a tiny riser. Just a really short, kind of simple riser. Always really kind of works without failing. Make sure we unwarp this. And I'm just going to set the grid small enough so that we drag this in. Go shorter with the grid. Then we just need to go ahead and kind of pull the gain down. Or we could just pull the volume on the channel down as well. There we go. We pretty much have a fully structured beat at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead, finish structuring it out, make all the different sections, pull percussion in and out. Then I'll play you out with the final beat. Obviously, as always, I hope you've enjoyed the cook up. Let me know what you think of the finished beat in the comments down below. Until next time, I've been SK. Peace.
It's a symphony.